where?
Dog, the art got leaked. You better find that shit.
I know. I'm the one who
It was
leaked
out
it.
there, but
What's your point?
Actually,
You
wait.
leaked it from where?
Where? Hold on. Okay, Void.
What?
You cannot leave the art.
No. Wait. Are they talking about the cub art or the porn?
There's difference. This is so confused because everybody's screaming over each other. So please. Okay. Anna made cub art. That's what you said. That's your statement, Parlo. Anna made porn cub art, right?
No, is he talking about leaking the porn?
Oh my god. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
You're talking about the
Your
V
statement
porn.
was Anna made cub art. That is true, correct. You said it was on Twitter. That is false.
Yeah, it wasn't on Twitter.
It was not on Twitter. It was leaked directly from porn sites. That shit it is gross, but it is there. It was never found on Twitter.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh my god. This contribution to the conversation is amazing, Fred.
Why did Uta
You're welcome, Gary.
wipe their entire Twitter account?
Because
I don't know why. Did you ask them? I don't know.
I don't really want to open chat logs.
One person talk at a time.
I didn't even know Utter fucking wiped their Twitter. I don't give a shit about this stuff.
Where knew that? Where did you pull that from? Since when?
Yeah,
when did I pull what? Uta fucking yes, they wiped it. I was looking at their account today. Yeah, they wiped it.
What did they wipe it off of? What did they take off?
Like Twitter. I'll check again. They wiped everything.
Fucking June or May. We did not have this fucking information back then. You were pulling shit out of your little top hat with a rabbit in it. What's going on?
Oh wait, they're the back again. What the fuck?
No, okay, thank you. Okay, amazing.
Oh my god, dude.
Not only this
conversation.
Who are you?
That's the noobs. We all know him.
You know what? That's W take. Honestly, that is so real. However, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay, next point. What was it again, Floyd? Just keep going. I don't have.
I don't know what the point was. He brought up my comment that I added to my document, and I guess he took issue with it because I skimmed his video.
Right.
I skipped this video because Parlo sends me a script at 5 in the fucking morning. I wake up at 8:30. I skimmed the doc. It looked okay. I saw there were some issues. I told him about it. He did not adjust his video to clarify it. So the stuff I told him to adjust, he didn't do. He didn't listen to my input. So he sent me a video that was 20 minutes long, and he publishes it after 10 minutes. So I can't even watch the entire video before
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
All of that is a lie. Holy shit. So first of all, you gave no specification that it was late at night. I've just posted this. You literally just said, the only thing you said was, looks pretty good overall, but that grammar was painful, but you got the basic facts correct. Okay, should just mention one little... No. He had his time to speak. It's my time to speak now. No, I let you speak. It's my time to speak now. You should mention this, and to clear it up. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. Ha 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 ha. Everyone, can everyone else laugh, please? Can everyone else laugh, please? Ha 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 ha. It's so nice. I let you speak, and then it's my time to speak, and then you giggle like a retard in front of me.
Oh my god!
Come on. Alright, you should mention this. Just mute them when I speak. Alright, there we go.
Can I say something?
You would have thought they had common decency. What?
I've muted him.
Thank you.
Rev, have you seen this shit, bro?
Hey, yo. Everyone, go look at the drama channel.
Oh, I'll unmute them once Power speaks and finishes what he has to say.
Rotten said they wanted to say something.
Okay.
Unmute them.
Okay, so you said that there's no way you would have known that it would have been late at night for them. But that feels kind of weird because I'm assuming from your accent that you live somewhere in Europe, right? And the time zone between Europe and the United States is just completely fucking flipped, alright? So I don't know how you wouldn't know that, but that's all I gotta say, dude. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself
Dude,
now.
how am I meant to
Okay.
analyze like
Hello's
50
actually
time
Canadian.
zones?
It's just
How-
common sense, dude.
No, it's not. When I'm giving a document, my first fucking analyzation is, first of all, they're online, right? They haven't given any specification. It's late at night. I've got 50 fucking time zones all around the fucking continental plane of the US. I'm not really going to be going, well, actually, in this specific time zone, they might be
There's
6
only, like,
hours
6 in the
behind me.
US.
Like, it was 11 o'clock for me. It was already fucking late for me anyway. And I was like, okay, if it's late for me, then maybe it's early for them. I don't fucking know. I posted them the script. I was like, can we just do the script, go over it? And they were like, I'll read it again because no one's going to be giggling like a moron when I'm speaking. Looks pretty good overall, but bro, the grammar was pretty ass to read, not going to lie. But otherwise, you got the basic facts correct. Just wanted to add the reason Hilo addressed the art in his server back in October was because someone found this very important post in the Pixabit media. Right. So first of all, they said that I insinuated like he knew the cub porn or some shit, whatever. No, I was just addressing how he said he needs to be more aware on who he commissions, and I said, okay, well he said that back in October, so he can't use the excuse he was negligent because he himself said he needed to be more aware on who he commissions and the art they make and do these background checks. And I was like, okay, here's the thing. So he did that in October 2022. He said that October the 25th. But his last commission from Uta was all the way in March 2023. So I was like, there's a bit of discrepancy there. It's something that I'm going to need to highlight. Anyway, they continue by saying, you should mention this as a clear example of Hilo's personal habits harming his game and community as a whole. I believe I mentioned it in my doc, so if you need a citation, you can go there. I noticed you know blah 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 blah. Nothing of like extra value that they're trying to pin here. I mean, I can get other screenshots. There's another screenshot in here where I give them the video, and I link the video at 6:20 in the evening, and I said, "How is the video?" After 18 minutes, and then he replies 6:50. So 30 minutes later after I link it to him, meaning he had time to watch the video. I don't know where he pulls the shit that, oh, I didn't have time to watch. He had a 30-minute window. And it wasn't me who even like initiated that. He was the one who came back after he watched the entire video. So anyway, he said everything looks good. The censors were quite thorough, and that's what brings me to the thing. He says that I fucking censor these safe for work images to make them look worse than they are. First of all, if I put the fucking furry shit in the video, Hilo fans would have reported the video for nudity and sexual content, and it would have gotten fucking striked. I remember, even with the censors I have, I even got demonetized on the video, and I can tell that was from mass reports. You get demonetized, you get a fucking sudden change in monetization if a fucking swathe of reports come in at a certain time. That video got mass reported. If I had not put fucking censors on and I just relied on like fucking some flimsy black boxes maybe, and just left a couple of these furry fucking stomach, thighs and shit like that, especially the blood fetish shit they had on there, my god, that video would have been taken off immediately. I have people who would report that shit immediately. They want my head on a spike, they would fucking report that first instance. A community guideline strike is extremely damaging to a channel, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking censor it. Also, because my fans are children, why would I expose my children fans to the same content I'm calling out Hilo for exposing to their fans? I would look like a fucking hypocrite as well. So I'm gonna blur that, obviously. Like, I'm not here to fucking show degenerate content uncensored to my fucking fans. I'm gonna censor it and then, you know, educate them on like, you know, this is bad, this, that, and the other. So that's why. And then they bring up like the fucking skibbity toilet thing. Like, dude, it was the only transparent image I had, so I just plonked it on there. Like, what's the fucking problem here? I'm downplaying it? No, the fuck I'm not. Like, it's just insane shit. So, I don't know what any of these fucking points are really. They can speak now. I've gone over everything unless they, you know, talk about it. So, yeah.
So, my name is Ken. I'm a
I can.
semi-decent. Hello, Ron. I know you don't talk to me, Ron. I'm a semi-decent YouTuber in the Tower Heroes community. I also go to Northern Cali for you know, communications and journalism. The way you depicted some of the artworks, well, yes, I do agree that you should be blurring it and censoring it. to a certain degree because you don't want to show this to children, yada yada yada. But you have to understand you're also talking about more mature topics, so you have to have like that level of like recognition that you're already talking about this topic and you're already being aware about this topics about Hilo making not safe for work and very lewd images. So you have to understand that like even by you talking about this, you are exposing children to this. But the way you censor these images, you made it look out to be like they were not safe for work. Well, yes, I agree. Hilo did a lot of fucked up shit. Like it's being painted more like all of this work is not safe for work and just
Hilo raped
showing
me.
that. Okay, whatever. Just okay. I'm not gonna go
I don't
over
know who
that.
that was.
But yeah, while yes, he does say that having a bunch of characters in bikini. I'm an art. I've studied art most of my life, but like having certain characters in bikinis isn't sexualization. But the fact that it's like really sexualizing them at that point, like you have to understand that itself is a point. It's not just like clumping it all in as like just not safe for work fetish porn. Like you have to understand that there are differences and you have to recognize these differences, or else people will like clump them all together and pull them into like a grander debate. Like it's
I studied art, so like I actually know about furry porn more than you.
Who the fuck is speaking?
It's John, I think.
Oh, it's Buckety. I fucking see
Buckety.
that. Sorry, continue.
Yeah,
I muted him.
it's John.
Yeah, but I feel like you should have put a
muted him.
disclaimer that and reiterated that this is like quote unquote clothed or bikini photos, and at least have done a pixelated texture, at least so people can decipher that they are wearing in fact, while skimpy, very fucking skimpy. I've fucking seen the images, but very skimpy clothing, and that's not just like full on hardcore porn like the other shit he's done, which I'm surprised nobody else has fucking pointed out clearly. Like this, the other shit was like they were having sex on a fucking picnic. Like I don't understand why people don't fucking point that shit out and they just fucking skin over it.
There was one instant where so in the video I did like a distinction. I categorized some images to like the 5 furry images, but I specifically said it was fetish images because like even if they were safe word, they were still fetish. And like they did this blood one where it was like a vampire, but like the blood was dripping onto like pompous.
I've seen that. I've had kids DM me that shit. I've had fans DM me that shit, and they're like, "What is Hilo up to?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't want to fucking know, dog. Why do you have this shit on you, dog? Like, sorry.
I think that's like blood fetish, and then they were saying, "Oh, it's not sexualized."
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? It's fucking fetish. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
if it's fetish or not.
exactly. Exactly.
No,
fucking hell.
you're fucking pushing the point that this is all just porn. Like you have to understand this is sexualization at its core, and you have to fucking show that it's not just like naked people. It's like fucking
I do.
But the way you have censored everything and you have just flash screens, flash these images on screens. It looks like it was all just naked porn. Like you have to understand this guy has a fucking problem. He has a sex addiction. Like fucking.
Do you guys want to move to a stage?
There was one instance where they did retweet like their first sonar impositions, and it was like bare naked furry ass cheeks. That was the one instance in which I saw where they directly signal boosted art onto their account, in which was not safe for work. Because are we in all unilateral agreement that like bare ass cheeks are not safe for work? Like bare ass cheeks, naked ass cheeks. Like buns.
It used to be used as a prop for comedy back then, but it's been sexualized by the internet as of recently. I can go into a whole debate on all this, but the point is he has been signal boosting and he has been making all of this public and easy for other people to know. I don't know why we have to be like, yeah, it's just all porn. Like, no, you can fucking go into these things. You don't have to like make it all just porn. Like, yeah, it's already bad there, but if you're muddying the waters, it's gonna take away from the stuff that he's already done. Like I'm trying to say that you have to be completely you have to be transparent about these things, or else people will nitpick you, and then they will call you out on small ass things, and then pick apart the whole ass argument. Like I don't know why that's so hard.
When it comes to those images, first of all, I give a clear distinction between which ones are pornographic and which ones aren't, and I guess it's the only things to censor. I guess I could have color-coded the censor. I could have been like, well, this censor here in green is just to go over images in which can get reported. Yeah.
You can literally
Here's the
just put a
thing, though.
tab.
There were two things. First of all, I don't care if people don't believe me on this. I know where I stand. It was my moral obligation not to hypocritically post those images and expose like my fans to what I'm calling out Hilo for. And the other one was because my detractors would absolutely mass report the fuck out of that video if those things are on there. I mean, I literally got moderated and demonetized
And what is the
because of
point of
that
your
video.
video? May I ask you?
Because I had a big creator tell me that they were angry that Hilo was essentially getting away with the situation, and they put like a.
And what is the point? Like, what at the end of the video? What do you want to change? Like, what is the point?
More people to know what they did. I said at the end, I don't want them to get cancelled. They're not a pedophile. They're not a groomer. They're nothing like that. What I think there were though was a sexual degenerate, and I don't like that they hid that what they did. I don't like how they think that they can use the excuse. Oh, it was months ago. Oh, I already made like a half-hearted. Sorry.
But what are you trying to get out of this? Like, I understand you're bringing awareness, but awareness to what? Like, what are the next steps? You can't just say I'm bringing awareness, because like I can bring awareness by just like sharing this art, which I'm not gonna. But like, what is your purpose? What do you want out of this? Do you want the community to be better? Do you want Hilo to be better? Do you want this, that, what?
In order to make an example, you have to scare others out of doing that behavior. And I think if someone does this shit and then they go like, "Oh well, it was months ago," then that really obfuscates and that really fucking downplays the severity of one's actions. I think you really have to be taught by the community that that behavior is unacceptable and that everyone has the right to call you out on it. And if you put an apology basically belittling it, because I saw that they didn't once mention minor in their apology, especially their response recently. They generalized the audience as people and furries, and they specifically did not mention minors. I don't think you can say that they took accountability unless they admit that they were posting that content and their followers were minors.
All right. Well,
Hey Parlo, can I ask you a question? I'm Void. Me.
Yes.
Okay. Would you admit that when you censored the images, that for somebody who doesn't know anything about this stuff, right? Like somebody who didn't read my doc, somebody who's not familiar with this, that if they saw your video and they only watched your video and they saw the censored images, would it
Relive.
Dude, please don't interrupt me, because you just spoke for like 20 minutes. I just want to ask.
I didn't say anything.
I don't know who did it, but
It's
chill.
the fucking Smurf cat.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. I can't tell I'm on my phone. I just want to say, would it be wrong for somebody who saw your video to assume that all those images were pornographic by nature because of the way you censored them?
I would say some people would, well, not some people, I'd say a considerable amount would maybe come out with the... Can you shut up, Smurf Cat? Get out of here. I would say that some would come with the... they would be misinformed about the image. I would say that's true.
So you feel in your video that with the way in which you censor those images that it could be misleading to people who watch the video?
Yes. But I don't.
Okay.
But we're not going over like a case study on how I could have specifically censored it to make it not come and look like that.
Here's the thing. When I joined this voice call, you quite literally read off something I wrote in my doc that was a follow-up to the video. And one of the points I made in that statement was that you censored images that would give the perception to people that all the images were porn when they were not. So the reason I'm asking you this is because that was one of the things I said, and it sounded like you were disagreeing with me. But now it sounds like you do agree with me that we're
you said in response to when I showed you the video originally, you said the censors were very concise. You said that the censors were quite thorough.
I said they were thorough. But here's the thing. you said a lot of stuff, and then Ken said stuff, and so I didn't really have the ability to respond to everything you kind of said there, right? But here's the deal. You sent me a video that was 20 minutes long. I didn't immediately get to watching the video, man. Like, I have a life. This is not my life, okay? And I did respond to you. Like, you asked me, hey, have you watched the video? I didn't respond to you. And then I responded to you and said, hey, I finished the video. It was okay. And the video was already published. So you didn't wait for me to finish the video, like, at all. Like, you sent me the video. I guess you assumed I watched it immediately and finished it immediately. And then you just published it without waiting for any input from me whatsoever. So I just want to say, like, if you're really trying to be unbiased, if you're really trying to be journalistic, you should have waited for me to get back to you. Honestly, I would have really preferred watching the video a couple times. This is a 20-minute long video with a shitload of information in it. And I skimmed the video. I'll be honest, I skimmed the video. This was like at 11 o'clock in the morning. I was doing other shit, and I skimmed the video. It seemed okay. But when I went back to the video and I rewatched it, I did see some problems that I didn't see when I originally watched the video. So, but the point being is that you didn't really wait for any of my feedback. You shot me the video, you assumed I watched it, you published it, and I skimmed the video and I told you it looked okay. Now, when I watched the video a couple times and I saw some of those issues, I added that statement to my document. I put that there because I don't think the video was like perfect. Honestly, I think there were some issues with the video. So I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know if you're trying to paint me like I'm two-faced. I mean, it seems kind of weird you'd be doing that since you're literally using my doc to create your content. I don't know.
I wouldn't gatekeep over proof exposing someone else necessarily. I wouldn't like try and say, well, you're using this. I mean, that would be public information at the point that, like, you know, you're making that document to call out someone else. I wouldn't use that as like, well, I was nice enough to give you this and that and the other.
Well, no, I'm not saying I was nice enough. It's just, it seems weird that you throw me in that light when you're also simultaneously using a resource that I created. It just seems kind of strange. I don't know. Seems like a weird decision.
I think this all stems from... Yeah, sorry, you go first.
Did you contact me about the statement that I put in that doc?
I had no contact. You left the group chat. I said to you, can we make a response to Hilo's video? And you all left and said you weren't cut for Roblox drama.
Well, yeah, I wasn't really interested in responding to Hilo's response because honestly, I don't think there was anything really there to respond to. The thing I'm taking issue with is the way in which you're painting my comment in a very bizarre way. Like, I don't know if you think that I'm like buddies with Hilo now or something, because I'll definitely tell you I'm not. I can imagine that guy really doesn't like me, but I don't know. I don't know what you're really trying to shoot for here. And by the way, I want to mention one thing, is that there was another time when Bob and I left that group chat, because after a few weeks, we didn't hear anything from you about the video, and we left the group because we thought you weren't.
The reason was because I had a pile up of videos to do, so I had to leave that video till later.
That's fine, I get that, but the point I'm being here...
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Oh
my gosh!
Bruh.
How the fuck is Notive in here?
Holy shit, Notive.
But seriously, so when you wanted to reach out to me, right, about that video, your friend CEO of Isaac re-added me to the GC, right? Like he re-added me, you hit me back up. So if you wanted to communicate, it'd be very easy. CEO of Isaac could have re-added me. I didn't unadd him. He's still on my friends list. He could have very easily just thrown me back in that GC. You could have added me. I would have accepted your friend request. But the thing is, like, the point I'm making here is you made no effort to reach out to me at all. You didn't try to communicate with me. You didn't try talking to me. You didn't do anything. So I don't know.
After you left at 1:53, I made a message about how I always liked how like a group of people had something and someone asked me to help them with it. I helped them, and then I get bashed by everyone for speaking about it, and then the original people basically leave me to deal with the mess. I remember that's what happened with a lot of other situations, which kind of just made it so like this Hilo shit may be the last shit I talk about, because it's just one of these situations where I have a group of people who concisely make something, I cover it, go over it, understand the situation, make a video, then I get bashed for it, then everyone else leaves me to deal with the mess. And I didn't.
There's a lack of accountability going on there.
Yeah, actually,
the point was because it's all miscommunication, because if you say you skimmed through it, then you should have just said you were going to skim. You skimmed through the video, because it seems that after the 30-minute long interval where where the video was 19 minutes, from my perspective, if you since you didn't say you skimmed through it, it looks like you watched the entire video, and you didn't.
No.
Yes, but you never said that.
No, I said that I didn't watch the video immediately. I had other stuff going on in my afternoon, so I skimmed through the video. It looked okay, and I said, "Yeah, it looks fine." That's it.
Yes, but you never But in text, when I uploaded the video, you didn't say that. You just said, "Let me watch it." I said, "How's the video?" You said, "Good. Everything looks good. The sensors were quite fair." That's all you said. You never said you skimmed through it. So how could I ever get the inclination that you just went over it very quickly and that was it? There's no way I could tell. So if anything, it was just miscommunication in which led to that. Had you had told me you skimmed through it and you'd look at it later, I would have delayed the video back, perhaps maybe by even a day, and we wouldn't be in this situation.
See, that's wrong, because when I reached out to you and I said I finished the video was already published. So it's not like you waited for me to hit you back up and publish the video. You published the video before I even reached out to you, dude. You absolutely did. Like the video was out for like 10 minutes after I sent a message to you. You know this is true because you're the one who published it, right?
The video was released at 6:43, so
yes,
I think at the time. So and then you replied to me. I think it was 6:50, so 7 minutes after.
Okay, so about 10 minutes, a little under 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what you're arguing with me about. Sounds like what I'm saying is completely true.
The interval between 20 and 23 minutes. So I would assume that ever since I gave you the thing you said will do, I thought the will do started like commenced you watching the video. So I came back to you and I thought since you had no problem with it, you didn't specifically say anything. So I basically released the video because it was at 6:43 where like peak audience time was online. So I released the video at the time there. I would have thought that if you had a problem, you'd have said it there. But then I said how's the video, and then you said there. So
can I pause you here? Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. I have to pause you here because you understand that you're kind of throwing like a problem into the mix, because earlier you said if you made any statements I would have delayed uploading the video, but you just told me that you published the video before I gave any actual feedback. So I don't know why you're like saying, oh, I would have totally delayed the upload, because no, you wouldn't, because you didn't even wait for me to comment. I mean, I don't know why you're saying that. I mean, and frankly, the thing you just said where it's like, oh, this is the optimum time to upload a video. It's like, that sounds like that was more of a motivator to you than actually putting out a video with factual information, And I
had consulted you about the script already.
I read, dude, the script wasn't the totality of the video, though.
It was, because when you do a video, you go over the script. That is how I work. You can literally compare the script to the video. It is literally 100% word on word.
Bro, your script doesn't contain images, and one of the problems I had with your video was the visuals in the video. There's no way I would have been able to give you feedback on like the censorship and why that might be problematic. And you send me a script that doesn't have the images. Like, how do you how do you expect me to give you feedback? I don't understand. Like,
yes, but I linked you the video with a 23-minute interval and a 19-minute video. I assumed when you said will do that, you started you basically watching the video. I didn't necessarily expect a response because some people, when I say, can you watch this video, they don't even say it's alright. I just take their silence as saying, okay, it's good because they don't have a problem. So then when you came back 7 minutes later, that just reinforced the concept, oh, okay, well, this video can, it remains up because there's no problem. Because I was like, you wouldn't really have a problem since you already A-okayed the script. However, with the image thing still, we haven't gone over how we would combat that issue because still I brought up two valid points. Number one, I'd be mass reported. Number two, how would I still be able to not show those images to minors? How would I be able to deal with that?
Okay, I agree with you that if you added that information, that your video probably would have been either, well, you said it was already demonetized, right? But it probably would have been it probably would have been age restricted, like heavily age restricted. So I agree with you there. The thing that you could have done though is you could have at the very least specified at some point in the video that not all of the images that are censored are porn, that they're not all porn images, right? Like you could have said that. Like that's all it would have taken would be for you to say, hey, I just want you to know not all the images that are censored in this video are pornographic. That's it.
Why is there so much people here?
Like that's I don't know why you're acting like that would be such a tall order because it really isn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is for you, but I feel like that's pretty basic to inform your audience as to what they're looking at, right?
Okay, thank you, Void. Parlo, I do agree with Void. However, I have one question that's been kind of running in the back of my mind this entire conversation. Earlier before, you said that you'd make a video helping people out, and then you'd get bashed for all the shit you get for it. I just want to ask you, why do it in the first place if it doesn't get you anything net positive? If it only brings you potentially just ruins your reputation, how you look, potentially someone else's who's, I'm not going to judge or say, oh, somebody's innocent or whatever, because you never know these days. But especially in this situation, which is even more relevant considering the main concerns we had when writing the document was that we wanted this content to be made inaccessible, or at least for Hilo to private this shit out. Because hear me out, this guy's an adult. He is gross. He has a sex. He is a sex pest probably. He has not groomed anyone. He commissions weird fucking artists. Sure, whatever. That's out of the question though. A normal person shouldn't care about this, and they should never, because it doesn't fucking matter. But the worst part is, Hilo privated his account way before the video was made. Approximately 2 months before, or a month, if I'm correct. So, by bringing the video into light, not only did it spark genuinely just random shit, but it also kind of served no purpose at all. Because the original purpose of the video, that oh, this person's weird, and we're bringing light onto this, was made irrelevant by the person actually taking action and accountability over it. He did, in fact, remove his furry items from the catalog. While I don't agree with the ghost tongue UGC, which was honestly fucking gross, and considering it's actually a fucking close friend that it's from, I hate it. I'm not friends with Hilo. I know the person it was made for. Kind of gross. I'm not going to get into it because that is personal shit, and it's not meant to be public. However, the entire video gets immediately discredited and completely loses its credibility as soon as you learn, oh, this guy's account has been private since fucking August. All of the shit you made, the shit you mentioned, the entire content of the video, everything we're proclaiming about has already been answered. This is just adding fuel to a fire that's already extinguished. It doesn't do shit. You might be getting money, and I don't blame you because it is your job. It is a job, and I respect that YouTubers make hours and put effort into this, but clearly, this is not something you should have made. In the long term, in the long run. You said this might be your last video, and I wouldn't blame you if it was, because the reaction this is getting from nearly everyone is so divisive, and hear me out. I used to laugh at drama like this for fun, and I've been laughing about this for a fucking year, because I was made aware of it first, and then it's shared and it's spread. I love the interruption. Thank you, Classic Amount. You are the GOAT.
And also, wait, before you keep talking, can someone server mute unprop because they were doing the same exact fucking thing earlier?
Thank you. What I'm trying to get at is, you don't like, for your content, I get it that like you make money off of this and that like your channel is basically a Roblox drama / update / news channel, and that is fair, that is normal. And I'm not gonna judge if it's a reliable thing to do or how like you can keep doing this forever and ever, because obviously you can't. But I think this video might have been a little bit it might have been done a little bit too late for it to actually have an impact on what you wanted to do. Like bringing light onto the thing doesn't matter in the end, because everything that was public before has been addressed. The man has taken action against on what he did, and all the parties involved, at least from what I can tell, were directly apologized to or had some form of accountability. Now, I don't agree with Hilo. I don't like the guy. In fact, I have a lot of reasons not to, but I don't need to discuss them because it's not relevant to the situation. However, you can actually tell by just everything he's done on this account and everything else that he did actually take action against it. And I think at one point you mentioned how in our document we mentioned how at one point he blurred the line between the furry community and his game, and that was a point that we made, and it's still valid, I think, to this day. However, until then, up until that point, nothing had been done, but now it has. The V avatars that he commissioned porn of are now off sale. No longer get them. I checked. He actually addressed this in his document.
Someone ban that fucking piece of shit immediately. Sorry, continue.
What the hell? Basically, what I'm getting at is, you made this too late, and that's okay, and you're suffering for all the drama, but I don't get why you would keep making this content and even make a response for it, considering you're just gonna continue getting backlash for this. I'm gonna actually bring up something you said in announcements. Another lie going to damage control. I see with this shit document about avoiding my points, all that shit. I think at one point making part 3 complying all the disgusting, vile, pro-blood blood fetish furry porn enthusiasts and apologists who are attacking us. I want to say this right now. You sound like fucking Donald Trump. I don't know if that's meant. Just listen. That's a thing I've noticed. You sound kind of like a fucking dictator right now. And I know you're trying to bring light into this, and that's fair. But why do it like this? You're kind of just adding rage onto it and making people riled up for something that doesn't fucking matter. Anyways,
Okay.
you may speak mind Führer.
Can I say a quick word? I'm going to leave the moment I get this done, but I can ask Isaac because I heard Void is buddy with that guy and he worked on the doc, and I know him. I can just ask him if he can join because we're doing this right now, and I just want to fucking leave.
All right, I just want to just for you before you leave. The reason I brought up Isaac is because Isaac was the channel that got me and Parlo in contact with each other, and I still have Isaac added because of that. I don't know Isaac.
He wanted me to make the video.
What?
He was the one who wanted me to make the video.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have any sort of personal connection with Isaac. I don't know this guy.
No, it's not just he wanted me. He really fucking wanted me to do it.
Yeah,
I would talk to him about Notive, and
in your face like you're a baby, and he was like, "Make the video now, Parlo. Make it now." Ding ding ding. That was from what I'm understanding. It's this. But anyways, regarding the Isaac thing, and I don't want to speak shit or any ill words on anyone because honestly, I don't think it's right to just do that. But I do believe that even if it's a person of influence, especially on the Roblox Twitter community, which is a word you never want to hear ever, because everyone in there is a bunch of fucking freaks, regardless of who they are. I don't care. That's your first lesson, buddy. Online, don't trust those guys. They're all fucking insane. I don't know. Why were you so compelled to make it? Because he told you so. Even if he was a big person, I get Ruben Sim because he has a YouTube channel. He's influenced you in videos. You said before. You look up to that guy, probably, but you disagree with him on some, topics or whatever, like the furry rampage and shit. But all of that said, why was it natural and instant? From what I understand, you had a conversation with this guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, kill Hilo now," and you were like, "Oh, I gotta do it. This is my moment to shine." Why? Why was that so compelling to you?
Alright, one last thing I'm gonna add. Parlo, I will eventually talk to you about that robotic developer shit eventually. I don't know when, but I will. and I'm just gonna leave now because I'm fucking tired, and we've been at this for like an hour.
Mugen and Bad Blocks are itching.
Also,
for,
wait, the guy who's like was spamming the soundboards earlier. They joined really quickly and left. So
can someone get that guy on a noose, please? I want
like,
that. My fucking ears hurt.
their
so much
username's
with that
like
guy.
fucking a classic account or something.
A classic. Aha, we have you. Fucking.
All right. Anyways, I'm going to leave.
You,
Carlo, even though I do not like you.
Thank you.
I'm glad we could have a somewhat civil discussion today. That is progress.
Take care, bro.
That is progress, my friend. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to watch Django Unchained on YouTube.
Have fun, bro. Take care. That's a goated movie.
Okay, let me have my 50-minute response now.
Make it
So basically, they wanted me to make a response during RDC.
But why?
Listen. I listened to you, so I gotta have my big villain exposition now. So basically, he wanted me to make a response during RDC. So a bunch of RDC members would distance themselves from Hilo because no one was satisfied necessarily that Hilo basically did all of that shit and got away with it just because they basically made a very half-assed apology, in which I kind of picked apart in my video, because they wouldn't even mention what's the point of having an apology if you can't even take accountability that your fan base were minors. They didn't mention the word minor one time, and I've seen a lot of shit YouTube apologies that didn't make the top 10, but it certainly was shit enough for me to cover because it just belittled the fuck out of specific situations. You can smell the victimization, the belittlement, the excuses, and all of that stuff. And it's only divisive in the way that it is their fans. And the fans, I've literally shown a major correlation here. Some of the fans who are literally on Hilo's side are literally sex addicted freak minors. Like, literally, there was a 14-year-old who was in the comment section saying, "Oh, I'm 14 and I have a fat fetish." And then you go on his fucking shorts thing, and then the others are just furries, and their fucking banners are just cropped porn. What'd you say?
Why did you show the guy's face? I understand mentioning that, oh, this person's 14 has a fetish. You know, that's a weird thing to mention, but like, you know, oh, it makes it.
To prove he's 14. But to prove it's not me, to prove it's 14, to prove it's non-alt, to prove it's real.
Kid. That's the.
Yeah, I mean, you showed his face and then you played someone laughing at it.
What do you mean doxed? What do you mean doxed? It's on his YouTube Shorts page. It's on his fucking Shorts page.
Yeah, it was, but like that's the.
What do you mean doxed? What do you mean fucking doxed? It's a public video. You guys. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard. What the fuck?
Listen to me right now. You did not have to show his face to prove your point. You could have just. I get what you're trying to get at here. I do get it, but like I think that was a bit too far because this kid's gonna get hate on. Because like, hold on, I don't want to see.
Like, no. Let's find one comment. Let's find one hate comment on him.
That's weird.
Wait, Gary.
I don't think it was necessary. This is the only part of the video I actually disagree with, other than like the void slander right now. I don't understand why you had to show his face to just prove that he wasn't off account. Because I think, like, okay, judging from like a bystander's point of view, why would you lie about, oh, I'm a 14-year-old with like a fat fetish? Like, it's the fucking internet. We people have seen weirder shit. I think that was. I believe for like I'm speaking for a majority of people here. I hope that I don't think showing a 14-year-old kid's face who may be weird is really necessary. This whole thing. Even if it's just like, oh, this guy's cringe or he's weird. Like,
you could have just mentioned.
Don't want to do that ever. I think
who thinks that's doxing? That's not doxing. That's just posting one of their shorts.
I said
it's a public. Yeah, I know, but some people are saying that's doxing. Okay, some people argue it's not necessary. I would argue yes, it is, because this is what morons do on the internet. They say, "Well, Paulo, I think this was a false flag attempt. Are you trying to basically claim a lot of his fans are just young minds who are into porn by making alternate accounts?"
Wait,
I think you're doing a Hitler with the Reichstag right now.
Carlo, dude,
Carlo,
it's a 14-year-old man. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
and I proved it. So there we go.
No, why would you
like this online? However, like this kid's 14, and you didn't mention what. Like, okay, I don't know if you mentioned this because I don't remember your video. You uploaded it last week, but Ilo's alt account did have a majority of his follower base, like half of it, I'd say, was at least furries who might have been weird, like creeps, losers, and pedos, winky-eyed turkey tom. But like the other half might have been minors. That's fine. That's a thing to point out. But like that's still the half of it.
This is crazy because people in the past have literally done the exact same, but then people now try and spin the narrative. You showed a minor's face on camera. The minor pies add extra venom to the statement. No, I included the fucking face because it was public on their channel associated with them saying they have a fucking fat fetish. Right? There's nothing fucking villainous. There's nothing fucking Hitler-like about what I did there. It's not weird. It's not anything like that. It's just what's weird is the fucking 14-year-old saying they have a fucking fat fetish. Are you gonna come after PewDiePie? Are you gonna go after PewDiePie after fucking someone says I hate you, PewDiePie, and he shows their face?
Where are you getting that?
Can we have a conversation? Like, dude, the reason I was like talking over you earlier is because like you were doing this. Dude, it's absolutely weird to find some random like dumb 14-year-old's comment in a comment section and then plaster it in your video and show their face. Like, yeah, that's pretty weird. And I don't care if PewDiePie did it. I'm sure that's fucking weird for him to do. He's a married man, dude. Like, yeah.
He did it back 2012.
What the fuck is
That's awesome news, man.
Wait,
what?
Years ago?
Okay, no, hold on.
He did the same thing, the same fucking age. What's your point? I don't know why you're laughing. This isn't. Oh, this was in the past. He did the same fucking age as me. Where's the fucking villainization of him? You're saying that I'm fucking doing this. It's not fucking. Oh, this is outrageous.
This isn't outrageous.
Fuck it, like I put his face up. This is outrageous. You included a picture of a person. Holy fucking shit.
No, it's weird to take some random commenter, find their face through whatever, and then plaster.
It's his channel. Why are you acting like I went through his fucking socials? It's his fucking channel. His face. He's made all of his videos have his face in it. What the fuck? This is crazy because the only people, I bet you, thousands of other people will not give a shit about this, but it's only you guys who are trying to fucking go after any straw you can grab on to try and make this seem worse than it is. It's crazy.
I didn't realize that this was like a democracy, and that if people think if people think being
it's the court of public opinion. It's the court of public opinion, and no one will give two shits about this because it's not fucking bad. You're just trying. Their face didn't get leaked. It didn't get doxed. I don't know why people are saying that. They're lying.
We're not saying that.
No, these people in chat are lying. They're lying.
Dude, you need to back up, and you need to talk to us. Like, we're not that. Dude, we're not
used for content. I think that's your point, right? So this kid showed his face. It is his responsibility to not show it next time, so he doesn't get ridiculed, or this doesn't happen, because it just proves your point, right? So like, it is his mistake by showing his face online. Is that your point?
No, it's his mistake for saying, "Oh, fuck you, Paulo. I am 14 and into a fat fetish. Your video is shit." That's the little problem there.
Wait, so that's like,
I couldn't give a shit about the comment. That kid's weird, but like the face, like I understand it now. So this kid's 14. He's a minor. He's young. He's still developing, like most of the people in this server apparently. And he should not have done it, and it is his mistake for doing it. Correct. That's his mistake, not yours, and you just took advantage of something that was openly available to the public.
Yes, I did the really hard thing. I actually went super hacker mode and I clicked on his channel to go to his shorts.
Your comments, and you looked something that looked funny and weird. It's like, oh, that guy's fucking weird. He has a fat fetish and he's 14 years old. I understand now. Thank you. You may go on.
Okay, so why is everyone pretending they give two shits about the situation in general then?
Why are you like coming at me and being like, I'm pretending to care? What reason do you have to believe?
I said general. People are pretending to give a shit in general.
So you know that I do think it's genuinely weird that I'm not like virtue signaling or something. I do think
I do feel like there's a lot of moral grandstanding and virtue signaling. I do feel there's a lot of that.
Why do you feel that way? What makes you feel that way?
Because it's just like one of these things like, oh my god, you're in call with a minor? What the fuck? You're in a server with a minor? It's just like it's just crazy. No, I'm giving like a fucking satire demonstration of what I feel like this whole situation is. You posted a picture of their face in which they've had on 50 shorts on their channel. What the fuck? That's so weird. Crazy. Oh my god.
I think it's weird. I think it's weird in a video where you're trying to showcase, or at least in your words, you're trying to showcase why some Roblox creator is like a piece of shit and why you should it is weird in that context. If this was like a video, like some cringe compilation fucking video, and you're just showing a bunch of dumb, weird teenagers, and sure, fine, okay, whatever. But like, that's not the video. Your video is like a serious, like,
I cut that segment out. I had a segment where I was gonna put a bunch of these fucking furry porn addicts who are like fucking minors, and then you go on their channel and it's just fucking cropped furry porn on their banner telling me to kill myself because apparently Hilo was the W and I'm an L. But I decided not to include that, first of all because I wanted my video out today, because what the fuck is that noise? Is that my mic?
And also relevance.
Sorry, it was because I wanted to get the video out because I want this. I want to put my response out because if you haven't noticed, both of my responses recently have tallied to 55 fucking minutes. I'm done with responding to drama. I'm done with the drama. I don't want to be in the drama. I want to report on the drama. I reported on the Hilo shit because it is a moral obligation that I have, that if I know that someone is doing something wrong and they haven't necessarily faced full public accountability and I haven't sensed that they've taken accountability, then I feel it's a moral obligation to notify my audience that this person might not be suitable to have the platform they preside over.
Can I ask you a question?
Is that wrong to say?
Well, can I ask you something in relation to that?
Dude, these yes men in general are starting to really fucking piss me off.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't, just ignore general. Just turn general off. Like, because I feel like we're getting distracted in this conversation because you're looking at what people are saying in general.
Multitasking. Continue, sorry.
I get it. I understand, but just for our sakes, just so we both understand each other clearly, just ignore general. Like, I don't even have my fucking phone on. I have it sitting on a table. Okay, like I'm not even looking at any of this stuff. Let's just try having a one-on-one here. Okay. So, God, this like that fucked up my train of thought. Okay. So when you're reporting on something, right? Because you're using like the word reporting, right? Like you're a reporter, like you're a journo, right? Can I ask, when you report on something that happened, say 4 months ago, or 5 months ago, or 6 months ago, or a year ago, right? Don't you feel that when you make a video like that you should maybe format the video in such a way to where it's more of like a retrospective, like here's what happened, here's where they're at now, versus, because it really felt like when I watched your video, you were kind of passing this issue off like it was like a current, right now, like this is a big deal right now and you need to know about it. But the reality is you're reporting on drama from May and it's September. It's almost October, right? So like this is some older news. Like it's not like 2 years old or 5 years old, but it's like it's kind of resolved, sort of. I just like
He has been taken.
Okay, if accountability is taken, why don't they have the brass neck to mention the word minor one time in their response? Why do they? You've even brought it up. Why do they generalize it as people and furries, and why don't they? You've not seen them once state minor that had minors following them.
Can I ask you a question? Why is that necessary for him to take accountability?
What do you mean? Why is it necessary? It's
Why
literally.
does he have to do that? If he goes on his apology and he says my conduct and my behavior on Twitter was inappropriate and wrong, and that I will not continue doing this in the future, why does it like matter if he's mentioning minors?
Because he's obfuscating. He's obfuscating the past and belittling his actions in which he's justifiably being called out for in the past. Like you can't just pretend it didn't happen in the past. You still have to admit to your faults. Otherwise, that's not taking accountability, is it? You're just stopping what you're doing in the future to avoid facing any more. No, you didn't. Because if you don't, you're not mentioning the word minor. He's fucking belittling his actions.
Wait, can I ask you, when you say belittling, what do you mean by belittling?
By generalizing his fan base as people and furries and being purposely ambiguous about the ages of the people, he is purposely belittling the situation by generalizing his audience as people and not as some, there's a good few fucking minors in there. That is literally belittling it.
No, I think what he's saying is that he was kind of under the impression a lot of his followers were furries, which, to be fair, a lot of them were furries. Now, that doesn't mean that there weren't minors following the account, because there were. There were probably a substantial amount. Like, I even did the fucking nerd thing. I calculated it, and I based the calculation on how many followers did Hilo have prior to posting the furry stuff. I think he had like 1,700 followers. And by the time I posted the doc, he had like north of 4,000. So like 30% of the people that were following that account were like Roblox users. Like they weren't like furries, or they weren't, I don't know, people that just like Twitter art. They were Roblox users. But he was under the impression a lot of them were furries, and frankly, a lot of them were furries. Like, we never denied that. We were just pointing out that, hey, yeah, you do have a lot of furries in that account, but there's like a sizable amount of like minors, and you really shouldn't be posting that stuff in the way that you are. That was like the whole point. And the thing is, like, he stopped. Like he didn't continue doing that. So I don't like when you're acting like this is like a current issue, but it's really not a current issue at all. It's just not, man.
Well, if there's consistent belittlement, then you're not showing any accountability necessary for your actions. Like, sure, you can stop doing it, but actually stop doing it to prevent and mitigate further shit you'll get into. That's not necessarily an admission of any fucking guilt, really. There, and I don't have any regret in making those videos. I don't. It was completely necessary to do those videos, and sure, he stopped, right? But that doesn't negate from the fact that he's literally trying to warp, change, belittle, and do all of that to obfuscate the truth about his past. Where is the admission that, yes, he accidentally or purposefully retweeted what was fucking furry ass cheeks on the thing multiple times and furry not safe for work accounts, and then sure that was wrong, he's changed, but where's admission that it was minors? Where can he admit he did that? He hasn't. He's kept fucking hopscotch, fucking jumping around the term and not addressing it head on.
So, okay, the first thing you said is so wrong and bad, where you say it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter if, like, this is like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. Because if Hilo doesn't change his actions and continues posting the art, then you'll say, oh, well, he hasn't learned anything and he's still guilty. But if he does stop posting the art, that he's still somehow bad. It's like,
That's not what I was saying. I was saying that he can do that, right? But you don't pretend. Don't pretend like he's Jesus Christ for doing that. Obviously, he did that because he was called out for doing that. Obviously, it's good that he stopped, but You know, why are we giving him a round of applause? Because any normal person should have not done it anyway. And we got to think about his past, where there's belittlement. If you're making a statement taking accountability, you shouldn't belittle your actions.
I really fail to see how somebody is belittling their act. I don't know how you're using this word. It's really bizarre. I think the word you're looking for is downplaying. I think that's the adjective you're searching for, my man. It's not belittling. Okay, belittling is being dismissive of something, which I don't think he's being dismissive of this, because in both of his apologies, he openly admits that his behavior on Twitter was inappropriate, that he shouldn't have been doing this stuff on Twitter, that he's no longer going to buy the commissions, and he's going to stop retweeting this sort of art that has any sort of sexually provocative implications. And you know what? He did all of that. All of it, to a T. There isn't one thing that he, like, continued doing. So I don't understand, other than buying porn in his own time, not retweeting it, not sharing it, just buying it in his own privacy. Which, sure, I guess, yeah, it's weird. Like, I'll agree with you, furry porn's weird, but, like, I'm not gonna make a doc on somebody because they buy porn. I don't give a shit.
I didn't mention that. All I'm saying is that either way you want to see the definition, belittlement or downplay, I'm seeing him basically dismiss the fact that he. No, I would say it's purposeful obfuscation.
How do you know it's purposeful?
Well,
this is where the biases happen. We gotta stop it. How do you know it's purposeful? How do you know?
Because I've told, so they've seen my recent video, and I'm checking the document, and I have told them multiple times to admit there are minors involved. They still haven't edited the document, and they've left it the same. How is that not purposeful?
Can I ask you, why does that matter?
Oh my god!
Why does it matter?
Didn't I just explain? I've got a video to edit, like, in a minute. How, like, what do you not get about that?
I can't even blame you.
No, I'm just asking, because if somebody is in a situation where they did some bad shit and they say, guys, I did some really bad shit, I'm not doing it again, I don't understand the point of going into all the hyper-specific details about what happened. Like, what's the purpose of that? Like, could you explain why that is, like, crucial? I want to know. Okay, let me, like, repeat it in a way that is communicable. If he is making general statements, which he has many times, that his behavior on Twitter was inappropriate and wrong, that he understands why it was inappropriate and wrong, and that he's not going to continue doing it, why the fuck does he have to go into hyper-specific details about everything that occurred? Like, why is that relevant? I mean, sure, he can, but it's not, like, needed, and frankly, this may be the age gap playing here. I'm a fan of the adage, actions speak louder than words. That's an adage I live by. So if somebody says, I did some bad stuff, I'm not going to continue doing bad stuff, and then they stop doing the bad stuff, I personally find that infinitely more valuable than him going into all the details that really aren't even that particularly relevant. I mean, so I'm asking you, like, why is that needed in order for the apology to be valid?
Sorry, I was just too busy. I was too busy kicking some fucking loser out their thing. Basically, I've already, yeah, I did. Basically, right?
Okay.
Basically, okay. Oh, I just realized that's my mic. Okay, so I'm gonna say this again for the millionth time.
Yeah.
I made the video and I went over their response. Their response was full of, I'll say this again for the trillionth time, it was full of what I saw as common tactics made in a accountability or apology thing, which I didn't agree with. I believe for documentation purposes that a video would be good to basically summarize everything they did, because, again, please tell everyone here as well, where was their apology? Like, how could you access their apology at the time?
I literally linked it in my document.
No. Other than that, where else?
He posted it in his server.
It was in his server. It was in Pixelate server. It was pinned in media. The media.
And where
channel.
else was that?
What?
And where else was that?
Why is this relevant?
How is this relevant?
Well, I'm asking you a question. Where else was that? It will be relevant when I tie it in.
Okay. I don't know.
Count.
So it was just in his Discord.
It was not just in his Discord. It was actually posted on his alt account on Twitter as well. The one that was.
Okay, so it was posted on his alt account on Twitter and his Discord.
Yes.
In the main places where he had influence.
And did he at everyone when it was posted?
No, because most of his audience is actually minors, and they don't need to be exposed to child porn. Unfortunately, they don't need to be exposed to not child porn. I mean, furry porn. Let me get my facts straight. Shut up. Okay. It isn't a necessity when you're managing a server. Listen, actually, no, I'm taking that statement back. That's going to be taken against me. It is necessary to take accountability, but he did, and you can tell that by the way he acted upon these things, upon like the later months, etc. But in general, if your server is full of kids and you don't want them exposed to more, furry porn, which is better, Parlo? Pinging everyone and saying, I jerk off the furry porn, or just letting it open.
What do you mean exposing them to furry porn? It's an apology going over their actions, and it should be posted. It should.
It's still like
you're not giving them any sources to go there. It's an apology. They're gonna focus on the apology and not the fucking background skeletal structure of it, are they? They're gonna be like, okay, I've seen your apology, I forgive you, move on. Why didn't they ping everyone? Why didn't they post on their main Twitter account, the same main Twitter account they used to funnel in followers to the alternate account? You see what I'm getting at? There's less influence, less people seeing this.
Because the more you're talking, the more you keep yapping your fucking mouth. Listen, his follower base is already full of minors. Do you either want more minors to find the porn or less?
What do you mean more minors to find it? Motherfucker should have deleted everything, then made the apology.
Shut up. It is, should he post it on his name where more people can see it? That is fair. That is understandable. However, most of the kids are following that one. The other one, it's still fucking fairly easy to find. It's the second result, whatever. But if you look for the main devs account, listen, in this case, I don't believe that, it should have been, listen, I believe it, okay.
Why are we arguing about this? This is literally irrelevant. This doesn't.
I have no clue
This
either.
argument makes no fucking
this
sense.
argument.
Yeah, why are we even talking about this in the first place?
This is completely irrelevant. You didn't even answer the question I asked you. Oh my god. So you kept saying the reason that you found Hylo's dude, shut the fuck up. Fuck off. Okay? Fucking audio splice motherfuckers. Dude, I asked you a question, right? Because you told me that when I asked you what about his apology was lackluster, you said, all right, that he did not make mention of minors seeing the account, right? That was your reasoning for why you thought the apology was bad. I asked you, why is that necessary for the apology to have weight? I've asked you this 3 times and you've not given me a single answer.
Because why the fuck are you purposely obfuscating something so as simple as to fucking put in your fucking apology? Makes no fucking sense. Just put it in your apology. Why are you purposely fucking dilly-dallying around the term? I don't understand what's so fucking hard to process. Everything I have said has been grounded in reality. We are never going to fucking meet head in head on this, and I can debate for fucking hours. However, I have got a video to make. This argument, so stupid, honestly. Put the apology for your main Twitter account. Wait, I'm speaking. Main Twitter account, ping everyone in your Discord the apology. Let everyone know what you fucking did. You're not talking about furry porn. You don't have a fucking free furry porn voucher on the fucking apology. It is a fucking apology to talk about what you did. It's fucking insane how I even have to go over this for the 10th time at 1:30 in the morning after 1.5 hours of this shit. Most people who actually started the situation have moved out because first of all they realized how retarded this argument is. Second of all they realized how fucking gatekeepy this is. Third of all, I've just came to the dramatic realization that I don't apologize for anything I did. Everything I did was grounded in reality. I'm done with this conversation.
That's
Goodbye.
wrong. You're wrong.
Is he just gone?
He rage quit.
There he goes. There it is, guys. So I'm not even okay. This is your fucking guy.
Are okay?
Where is he?
Jeez.
Okay. I
Look.
guess that's it. Thank you for coming here. I'm Gary Geckbaum. We got the fucking
the gift shop's to the right, by the way.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh wow.
What? This is okay. Listen, I hope everyone.
He actually left. He actually committed rage quit.
I hope everybody here can formulate their own opinions.
He rage quit because he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about.
Rage quit.
Holy shit, bro.
12 in the morning for him. It's like 12 in the morning for him, so that's probably why he left.
It's 1 in the morning. You said 1:30, and he's making a video. Listen.
1:30 in the morning, actually. Then.
Yeah,
It's
he has to have his
really
video.
late at night.
He talks
Oh my
shit about
God.
me in his video, so if he's mad that I'm disagreeing with him,
I mean,
Yeah. So, I like this approach. I wasn't expecting him to be such a coward, but he is fucking Roblox drama content farm. So,
I gotta make
you guys want to play 8-ball or something? Like, the fuck is going on? Like,
guys, I gotta make my 8th video on who shoots single.
oh my god! Holy fuck!
Look, personally, if you spout nonsense publicly and can't back it up, you should just stop what you're doing.
I actually wholeheartedly.
And that's how I'm going to end it. Bye, guys. Gift shops to the right. Like, there's like $5 gobstoppers. Go wild.
Yeah, I'm going as well. It was not.
Wait, both
was
messages are getting deleted. Wait, are people getting banned?
People are getting banned. Okay. Final words.
Yeah,
are gonna
because I'm
be,
seeing bulk messages being deleted, so that means people are getting banned. Oh damn.
This is an interesting fate to the story. So I don't know. This is very interesting. I'm gonna stay here until I get banned, which should probably be soon because I spoke
What
out
is he
about
on,
it.
was working on?
Moral of the story is don't get involved in Roblox drama, especially if it's stupid.
Oh yeah,
how do
people
you-
are getting sent away. I just noticed that.
Focus on
Oh
school.
no, just I'm leaving
and
VC.
like this
Never
guy.
mind.